May your day be filled with endless beauty, wonder, and love. What is that? This is too weird, probably. Hello and welcome. I'm Jessica. I am making this video for all year round, but I was inspired by Valentine's Day. 1 year ago today, I met a boy and I was dating him, and this was going to be our 1 year anniversary. However, we ended pretty tragically. 2015 was a very huge learning year for me. One of the biggest gifts that I've learned from 2015 is loving myself. I've been sitting down and thinking a lot about what I'm learning, how I'm learning it, and then how I can talk to you guys about it. I am on this journey, and this channel is all about sharing that journey with you. So I wrote down 12 things that I learned in 2015 about loving myself. I would like to share them with you. Number 1, tell yourself what you love about yourself every day. But I try to keep this in mind. This goes in tow with gratitude, but to have gratitude for yourself, first you have to acknowledge what you love about yourself. For instance, I love that despite everything I've been through, I am able to stay positive most days. And sometimes I have a bad day and I'm not feeling so positive and I'm really in a dark place, whether it's the whole of depression or self-deprecation or whatnot, or anxiety. But sometimes I feel so low, and it really helps me to stay in a good groove if I'm acknowledging what I am doing right when I'm doing it right. Because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. We're all gonna make mistakes. We should acknowledge when we're doing well, and we should honor ourselves for doing well in adversity. Number 2, find out who you are and be proud of it. On this journey that I am on, I'm finding out more and more about myself every day. For instance, recently I found out that I have the courage to speak my truth and to share that. I feel a responsibility to share that truth so that I can have this wonderful exchange with you guys. And I am already so grateful to all of you that I've been able to have those exchanges with, because I'm able to be who I am and share that with you, and that is leading to these wonderful interactions. Number 3, not needing approval from other people. Sometimes I really got down on myself because I wanted to be liked, and I was doing music and dance and all of these different things, modeling, and I got so crushed when people didn't like what I was doing. But now I realize I need to do it for me first, and it's not going to be for everybody, but it will be for some people, because there's kind of a lot of people in this world, and there's bound to be at least one person that appreciates what another person is doing, no matter how weird it seems. I'm really learning to focus on needing my own approval and sitting down with myself and figuring out, what do I really want? Number 4, one of the huge things that I've learned this year, boundaries. Boundaries with myself, boundaries with other people, and the hugest hurdle with all of that is figuring out, what do I want? What are my boundaries? What are the lines that I want to have for what I allow in my life that makes me feel comfortable and makes me feel honored and respected as a person? So difficult to do, and I still struggle with this, and I still am vigilantly working on this. I am now constantly checking in with myself and really trying to be centered and really feeling, am I comfortable with this right now? Do I really want to do this? Is this okay for me? Number 5, forgive yourself for your faults. We are all far from perfect, and that's okay. We all make mistakes. We all have darkness. We all do bad things, and it's okay. I will make mistakes. You will make mistakes. It's whether or not we can handle being around each other through those mistakes, and do we care about each other enough to forgive? When we do something wrong, are we ready to admit it and try to move past it? Well, not move past it, move through it and become a better person because of our mistakes. Number 6, start making the changes that I knew that I had to make the whole time, but I just never did. For instance, I've known for years that I wanted to do YouTube, but I was always too scared to put myself on the internet, so I just avoided it. Not anymore. Now, I realize I've always felt that feeling in my gut and I need to go with it. Number 7, embrace your mistakes. Don't just tolerate them. Don't just accept them. Embrace them. Embrace your imperfections, your darkness, your light. Embrace who you are. There's nobody like you. You are unique and beautiful and dark and twisted and lovely all at the same time. And that is something to be embraced. Number 8, gratitude. I can't talk enough about gratitude. I know I've mentioned it already in all of this. Gratitude has saved me because even in the darkest moments, there's always something to be grateful for. I realize that now I have such a profound level of gratitude since I've had physical ailments. My whole life I was always very physically fit and I could climb trees and dance and all sorts of things. And now I am simply grateful if I can walk fast enough to make it to the bathroom. I'm so grateful for those days where I don't feel as much pain as I did the other days. And on those days that I feel pain, I'm grateful that I'm no longer numb and that I can actually feel something. And I try my best to stay in that gratitude. Sometimes I don't. I am not perfect. I do not follow all of these rules all of the time, but I'm just doing my best at them. And for that I'm grateful that I'm not just hurting myself and bashing myself on the head saying, you're such a bad girl, oh my god, you can't do this. It's like, no. Let it go, take the weight off your shoulders and be grateful. Because there's a lot to be grateful for. And there's a lot to smile about in my life. Number 9, and this also ties into the gratitude. Do something that makes you happy every day. Whether it's the little things. For me, nature makes me happy. So every day I try to take a few minutes and just admire something in nature. If it's too cold outside, then I just look out the window. And if it's nice, I do try to go outside and just sit under a tree and enjoy it, or sit in the grass and enjoy it, because that makes me happy. So find what makes you happy and then try to do it as often as possible. Number 10, listen to your intuition and follow it. We've all had those moments where we feel that feeling in the pit of our stomach telling us, this is wrong. Those moments where I center myself and I feel and I ask myself, what do I really feel about this? And then I have that ding. I'm trying to go with that feeling, especially when it's warning me for something. There have been so many times that I've had those red flag feelings, those aha moments, where I knew that I shouldn't be doing something. I knew that I shouldn't be around somebody, but I didn't listen to it. Now I'm trying to remember. The gut knows. Number 11, focus on learning lessons. Don't focus on whether you're doing good or bad. In life, there really is no such thing. Sometimes doing the wrong thing is the right thing for you and will ultimately lead to you being a much better person in the long run. And going through the difficult things can often make you so much better of a human being. I started thinking about that when I did drugs because I was a bad drug addict. But really, I was a person in pain that was running away, and focusing on the learning aspect of the difficult situations helped me learn a lot. Through addiction, through eating disorders, through mental illness, being abused is a lesson, being raped is a lesson. They're all lessons. And what can I do to turn it into a positive thing? That's what I try to focus on now. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it just hurts. If if you actually go through it and face it head on in fear and acknowledge it, become friends with it, and then move to the next thing in life. And that's a huge way that I conquered addiction, by just looking at it as a lesson, looking at every day as a lesson that was to be conquered. And some days I wasn't going to conquer it, and that was okay too. Number 12, believe in yourself. What better way to prove that you love yourself than believing in yourself? When you go through these things and you center yourself, you might end up believing in yourself, because that's kind of what's happening for me right now. Me just making these videos is a huge step for me believing in myself. I never thought that I was good enough to do this, and I was wrong. I was very wrong. And I allowed other people to play into that insecurity and make me feel terrible every day about it, and make me feel like such a failure that wasn't talented enough or good enough. And I just don't feel like that anymore. The only failure is if I don't try. It's been such a transformative year for me, and I'm so grateful that I'm here, alive, to share it with you. There were some moments last year where I'm really surprised that I made it out alive. I'm here, and I am going to be in my PJs, nice and cozy this Valentine's Day with myself, eating my chocolate pretzels and very much enjoying life. And I am so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for watching. I am so grateful for you. And I finally feel like I'm getting a solid handle on loving myself. And that to me is a wonderful Valentine's Day. And I hope that everybody has a beautiful Valentine's Day. I hope that you had some inspiration from this video. If you do, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your insight on the subject of loving yourself and what your journey has been in loving yourself, because it's still something that I'm learning more about every day, and I hope that I never stop. May your day be filled with endless beauty and love.